Welcome to day 43 of 7:30. Today we're reading Exodus chapter 2 and the first 15 verses of chapter 3. From the New Living Translation, it reads, About this time, a man and a woman from the tribe of Levi got married too. The woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of papyrus reeds and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. For the baby's sister then stood at a distance, watching to see what would happen to him. Soon Pharaoh's daughter came down to bathe in the river, and her attendants walked along the river bank. When the princess saw the basket among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it for her. 6. When the princess opened it, she saw a baby. The little boy was crying, and she felt sorry for him. This must be one of the Hebrew children, she said. 7. Then the baby's sister approached the princess. Should I go and find one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you? She asked. 8. Yes, do, the princess replied. So the girl went and called the baby's mother. 9. Take this baby and nurse him for me, the princess told the baby's mother. I will pay you for your help. So the woman took the baby home and nursed him. Later, when the boy was older, his mother brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as his own. The princess named him Moses, for she explained, I lifted him out of the water. Many years later, Moses had grown up. He went out to visit his own people, the Hebrews, and he saw how hard they were forced to work. During his visit, he saw an Egyptian beating one of his fellow Hebrews. After looking at this in all directions to make sure no one was watching, Moses killed the Egyptian and hid the body in the sand. The next day, when Moses went out to visit his people again, he saw two Hebrew men fighting. Why are you beating up your friend? Moses said to the one who had started the fight. 14. The man replied, Who appointed you to be our prince and judge? Are you going to kill me as you killed the Egyptian yesterday? Moses was afraid, thinking everyone knows what he did. And sure enough, Pharaoh heard what had happened, and he tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in the land of Midian. When Moses arrived in Midian, he sat down beside a well. 16. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters who came as usual to draw water to fill water throws for their father's flock. 17. But some other shepherds came and chased them away. So Moses jumped up and rescued the girls from the shepherds. Then he drew water for the flocks. 18. When the girls returned to Reuel, their father, he asked, Why are you back so soon today? An Egyptian rescued us from the shepherds, they answered. And then he drew water for us and watered our flocks. 20. Where is he? Their father asked. Why did you leave him there? Invite him to come and eat with us. Moses accepted the invitation and settled there with him. In time, Reuel gave Moses his daughter Zipporah to be his wife. Later, she gave birth to a son, and Moses named him Gershom, for he explained, I have been a foreigner in a foreign land. 23 years passed, and the king of Egypt died, but the Israelites continued to groan under their burden of slavery. They cried out for help, and their cry rose up to God. 24. God heard their groaning, and he remembered his covenant promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 25. He looked down on the people of Israel and knew it was time to act. Chapter 3. One day, Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law, Jethro, the priest of Midian. He led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. 2. There an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. 3. This is amazing, Moses said to himself. Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go see it. 4. When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called to him from the middle of the bush, Moses, Moses. Here I am, Moses replied. 5. Do not come any closer, the Lord warned. Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. 6. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. 7. Then the Lord told him, I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering. 8. So I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile and spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites now live. Now look, they cried out. The cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egyptians abused them. 10. Now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people Israel out of Egypt. 11. But Moses protested to God, Who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt? 12. God answered, I will be with you, and this is your sign that I am one who has sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God at this very mountain. 13. But Moses protested, If I go to the people of Israel and tell them, the God of your ancestors has sent me to you, they will ask me, what is his name? Then what should I tell them? 14. God replied to Moses, I am who I am. Say this to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. 15. God also said to Moses, say this to the people of Israel, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my eternal name, my name to remember for all generations. That was Exodus verse 15. Until tomorrow, stay blessed.